Now, let me talk to you about L-lysine. So, lysine is an essential amino acid. So, an amino acid is a building block of protein. And out of all the amino acids, there's kind of 20 plus, depending on how you count it, there's 8 of them that are essential. So, your body can't make them itself. You have to get them from your diet. Now, lysine is particularly interesting because you generally don't get very much in vegan foods. You only tend to find a decent amount of it in animal foods. There's a couple of exceptions to that, but not a lot. And generally, vegan foods like nuts and seeds tend to be, vegan protein sources like nuts and seeds tend to be very high in another amino acid called L-arginine. Now, interestingly, your body needs to have the correct balance of the two. So if it has too much arginine and not enough lysine, then that can be an imbalance, which is pretty interesting and that we really need to deal with. So one of the ways this shows up is with viruses. So your body uses lysine especially to help to fight viruses. That's one of the most important components of it. So a lot of people who buy lysine buy it because they have herpes, basically. It could be oral herpes or genital herpes or somewhere else. Like a cold sore. Basically a cold sore is oral herpes. So what you'll tend to find with that kind of virus is the more you eat arginine-rich foods, like nuts and seeds, the more it makes it worse. Large amounts of lysine, on the other hand, will make it better. In fact, it will make it go away completely. But this is only one example of a virus that's well known. Generally, viral issues can be dealt with very effectively by having large amounts of lysine. And that's why if you're going on like a parasite purge, or if you're going on an immune system kind of cleanse, or if you're doing something like that where you're trying to improve your immune system, then dosing up with L-lysine can be a really good way of just helping, because it reduces that viral load. Right? Viruses aren't as simple as I have one or I don't. They're a matter of we all have them. It's a matter of do we have enough to cause a problem or not. And lysine will just help to reduce the amount that they're causing the problem. Another very popular use for lysine is that it helps to build collagen. So it helps to build connective tissue. It also helps for calcium absorption. So if you have any of those kind of issues going on, if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, or if you have joint pain, then lysine is really important. And equally, if you've been in an accident, or if you've been in surgery, or if your body needs to recover and rebuild and put together tissue, then supplementing with lysine can be really beneficial as well. There's all sorts of other benefits of lysine, but those are the main two which I would recommend them to people for. And just generally, if you're a vegan and you're not having any animal protein, then it could also be a good idea just to have a small amount of lysine, maybe 2, 3 grams a day, something like that, and that will just make all the difference and make sure you're getting enough of this essential amino acid. In terms of if you're using it for the more therapeutic reasons like we talked about earlier, like say herpes, you might need a lot more than that, maybe 5, maybe 10 grams, something like that. And when you have an amino acid like that, it's very important to take it away from other proteins because they do compete for absorption. So very simply, you just put some in water, drink it down, get on with your day.